Hi everyone! Welcome back to my English class. Today we meet again to learn English. And before that, I hope that every one of you is in the best condition of you, in a very good condition to start the day and stay healthy. So today's lesson we are going to talk about the classroom management. So we are going to talk from the definition and then from the purpose and many more. So have the watching. Okay, so let's we start the lesson. Today's lesson we are going to talk about classroom management. So let's we move to the content. This is the content. So the first one there is definition. The second is the purpose of classroom management. And then the third is creating rules. The fourth is teacher should do in classroom management. The fifth is class management activities. And the sixth is the problems. So how to solving the problems, and the last one is the element. So let's we move to the first. There is definition. Let's we move from the start. The first one is definition of classroom management. What is classroom management? As you can see in here, classroom management is an activities pursued by a teacher to create a conducive situation in a classroom. So in order to achieve the maximum learning goals. So classroom management is an important things to do or to done by a teacher. So the function and the main function is not only to gain control of the classroom, but this one is also good for interpersonal, the students themselves. And then for example, after eating or after snack time, the trash should be thrown in a place, so the table still be clean or neat. And after that, this one is also good for the socio-emotional between one student to another student. So the next is purpose of classroom management. So the purpose of classroom management is to gain a control of the classroom, to provide facilities of a diversity student learning in social, emotional, and intellectual environments in the classroom. So while the students are in the classroom, they must to understand that they are in process, they are in process of more behave, more knowledgeable. So we as a teacher need to manage the classroom, need to manage the diversity in the classroom so the class doesn't get cluttered. Next, creating rules. So a teacher should enjoy when he or she is teaching. Otherwise, children feel the same. So the children or the students and the teacher must feel happy in the classroom, So the first one is establish clear rules at the beginning of the year. So this one, creating rules, is usually done at the beginning of the semester. So while the first meeting, we usually not study in the class. So the first meeting, we usually make some rules in the classroom, just like that. The next is teach the concept of appropriate or inappropriate behavior. So we teach the do's and the don'ts in the classroom. So for example, the do's drink in the classroom, but don'ts eat in the classroom, just like that. For example, do's keep silent when the teacher explain in the front of the class, and don'ts talking with your friends when the teacher is explained in the front of the class, just like that. So over your words judiciously. So we need to make a fair with our students, With our students, we give a fair of reward, we give a fair of punishment. So the next is plan more than you think you will need. So if we ask a teacher have the plan A, so we need the plan B too. So when we are teaching young learners, we need to be a creative teacher for them. So balance activities. For example, today we're gonna study in a classroom, but next week we're gonna study in outdoor, just like that. So the activities will be balanced. So provide specific feedback. Okay, let's we move to the next slide. Teachers should do in classroom. As you can see in here, being a teacher in classroom sometimes can be a mother. What does it mean? So, if we are teach young learners, or if we are become a teacher of young learners, we need to be their friends too. So we need to be cheerful, we need to be smiley and happy. So we need to be happily a lot, yeah. So this is the characteristic. The first one is the teacher have sense of humor, open-minded, adaptable, patient, and good example. So we are as a teacher, we are their parents at school, we are their parents at classroom, so we need to show a good example for them. For example, after eating or after snack time, I have to putting the trash in its place. So I have to putting my cutlery in my bag, and then if I use the whiteboard, after that I need to clean up the whiteboard. So the next one is respect the children and be realistic. So please be a good listener for them. So listen their opinion. So be patient for them. The third is think in the equal level or being as a children friends. Yeah, we need to become their friends in classroom. So growing up the children properly. And the last one is use English language in the classroom as much as possible. So we can use English, for example, 1, 2, 3, just like that. Or maybe use example in fruits such as it is an apple. An apple, the color an apple is red. Yeah, kayak gitu. And then the next example is car. We can use English language in a transportation such as this is daddy's car. This is my sister bicycle. Just like that. Okay, let's we move to the class management activities. As you can see, the class management activities divided into two. Yeah, the first one is arrangement of people or students, and then the next is facility settings. So, students arrangement means we arrange the students according to the rules that we make. Yeah, for example, don't fight in the classroom, or don't eat in the classroom, or if you have a question, raise your hands the first, just like that. So the rules need to be agreed by all of the students and need to be implemented. And if it's not implemented, so the students will get the punishment, yeah? So if it's implemented in a good way, so the students will get rewards. We can give rewards to our students, such as we can give their snacks, or maybe we can give their new bags, or many more, just to make them happy. Yeah? So after that, of course, we set the seat patterns. Yeah, we set the seat patterns. There are the cycles pattern or letter U patterns. It up to you, yeah. Okay, let's we move to the facility setting. The facility, this or it refers to our classroom facility. We are responsible for our facility, and for example, yeah, if we have a classroom with air conditioner facilities, we need to make sure that the air conditioner is cool enough. And then the floor is clean. We need to make sure the whiteboard is clean, because all of this will affect of the students' comfortable. we as a teacher need to make our students really comfortable, because if they are feel like uncomfortable, so it will affect to their motivation to study. Alright, let's move to the problems. There are some problems in classroom management. So the first one is problem caused by teacher. The first one, teachers lack a sense of humor. And the second, the teacher pays little attention to students individually. So we need to know our students' characteristic, yeah, by one student to another, and then the teacher speaks unclearly. So when we as a teacher speak unclearly, it will make our students get confused. So we need to speak more clearly. So the problems caused by students. The first one, students who are sick. Second, students who don't do homework. And the last, student who are pessimistic and lack motivation to learn. So we need to build up their motivation, yeah, to learn, such as we need to make our classroom more comfortable for them to study. So there is caused by environment, problem caused by environment. The first one is home or family environment, and the second is residential environment, and the last one is school environment. So there are the problems in classroom management. Okay, solving problems divided into two. The first one is preventive measure, and then the next is healing step. So the preventive measure is in the form of regulations or rules that we have been met in our first term, yeah, in our first term at the beginning of the semester, yeah. So while the healing step takes the firm rewards or punishment, so it becomes curative. There is 4 elements in classroom management. The first one is teaching and learning activities. The second is interaction or communication. The third is class facilities, and the last one is use of time. So let's start from the teaching and learning activities. So in this teaching and learning activities, there is an approach, there is a method, or there is an activities that we'll need to carry out, yeah. So the next one is interaction or communication. We as a teacher, but we also as the parents too. So we need to build up the good conversation or the good communication or the good relationship with our students. We need to be friendly, we need to be their friends when they want to play, we need to be their friends, we need to be a really good listener for them. So the third is class facilities, of course, yeah. We as the teachers we are responsible to all of the facilities in the classroom, and we also encourage our students to jointly maintain the classroom facility. And the last one is use of time. So use of time is when we need to study outside, when we need to have an assessment, or when we need to have a cooking class, or anytime, yeah, just like that. Well, thank you for watching my video, and see you next time.